Is it Nick School? It is Nick School!
Welcome in, everybody. How's it going? Good morning. How are you, my friends? So, what are we doing today? Well, I wanted to play some of the tower defense games. I've made a list of a few that popped up in the last couple days. And so I wanted to take a look at them, kind of analyze them, break them down, try and understand the logic that they were using, and more or less just give my feedback. And I think playing games is just as important as making them, if you're looking at it from the perspective of a developer. So if you are making games, you should be playing just as many, especially in the Sandbox ecosystem. So I just want to preface that, you're not really stealing ideas, but drawing from them, providing inspiration for your next, big project. Wet Noodle, what up? Welcome in. I sent out the prizes this weekend. Today, and probably throughout the week, I'm going to be minting the last dozen-ish NFTs. So those are the ones that I've made and made sure everybody enjoyed. I think we're at like 26, 27 right now. So Wet Noodle, I've started on yours. I already got the models all set up. But yeah, today we're going to play some games. If anybody has suggestions, let me know. One thing is, before we play this particular game, there was a trailer for it, and I thought the trailer went really well to hype it up. So we're going to take a look at the trailer, which is by Doody Dam. So, tower defense game jam called Goblin Invasion. Ooh, Keeper, I did notice it. We could try that. I actually haven't played it yet. So we're defending against goblins. Those poor goblins. It looks like we're shooting cannonballs. There's gonna be orcs as well. Can I be on the orcs team? Overall, looks like a pretty good experience. We're going to check it out. So if you're looking to try this game that we're about to play, I went ahead and retweeted it so it's easier to find. 97A, good morning. What up? Awesome, Wet Noodle. Glad to hear that. And Keeper Top Shot. I think we will play Lululand's game. I don't recall what page it was on. I think it was, let me write it down. That way I don't have to look for it later. If only there was a search function. So here's the game we're going to be trying right now, Goblin's Invasion. That one looked interesting. The Attack of the Black Mage by Hades. Might write that down for later. I love the land, or I guess environmental design. Does anybody know what page Lululand is on? I don't think it was this far.
Okay, everybody, I'm here.
Yo, good morning.
The party starts now.
Welcome in, OG Shakespeare chat. How is it going? How you doing?
I can answer that for money.
Welcome in. Who won the races? Was it Nick
I
Skull?
can answer that for money.
Welcome in, guys. Tom's here. Mark's here. What's up? Wicked. Welcome. Garnican. Welcome.
Is it Nick Skull?
It is Nick Skull, the winner. Congratulations. We're looking for the Lululand game. I want to write it down so I can play it later. And I already lost it. Here it is. So we're going to play this later. Page 7, Ice Crazy Fact. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to be playing a couple tower games. Start our Monday off. The ice cream game, yes. So, yeah, I mean, we're already on it. Let's go ahead and play it now. Why not? You got 15 ice creams. Let's go. Gemscraft Chasing Shadows. Yeah, Garnican, I'd love to. Can you let me know what page that's on? Alright, so first thought is there music? So I want to check if there's music. So I'm going to turn on my music, or turn off my music, and then unmute the game. And we'll go ahead and restart. That's kind of interesting how it just says quest description over there. So what do we do? I mean, it doesn't really tell me what to do. Did I miss the instructions? There's a button up there. I can climb the wall. I'm assuming I just push these down. Or do I bring them up? No, I would assume. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm glad the wall's climbable there. So that destroys the ice cream. No! Alright. Now that we know what to do, we'll give it a restart. Where memes? Oh, let me turn the memes on. Alright. So I don't think the snowballs were worth anything, were they? Oh, I knew what you wanted. Grats 9A. And Grats Vox Machina. I'll write that down. Congratulations on the creator coins. Ooh, kind of disorienting with this camera. Yee yee. So this is an interesting game concept. I mean, it's basically like you're the Plinko machine itself. So you're the one moving these boxes down this sort of maze. I think overall it's a great game design. I mean, what would make this more difficult is my first question. Okay, you can actually destroy them by slapping them. I would argue that hitting them should not destroy them, but that's personal opinion. So this one is only snowballs on that side. So I can see this already being, you know, quite a challenge. Like, this is an interesting concept. It's more or less just relying on the physics. Oh, it's so easy to fall right there. So basically it's a 5-minute timer. So I mean that's enough time to get my fix. So I'll just play this for 5 minutes and we'll see what happens. See how many we get. And I challenge you all to do the same. See how many you can get. Did I lose another one? I did. I think Keeper said 15 for him. Challenge accepted. Every time one dies, another respawns, which is a plus. However, that also means I have to work on the ones here before I can continue. Okay, I can't separate these. No! No! I'll keep it up, I'll keep it up, I'll keep it up. There we go. I wish I could kick him, but I literally can't. And I'm going the wrong way. I don't care about you anymore. Oh. See you later. Oh, it was Voxmaker Mark had that scored. Gotcha. Thank you for the clarification. Sorry, Mark. No! Oh. My cat is telling me she's hungry. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Overall, I think it's a pretty fast-paced game. Like, I know exactly what to do now that I've started doing it, because there wasn't really a tutorial. That's one thing I would probably add, is some sort of literal tutorial. Be right back. Your high score is 4, Keeper? Wait! Oh yeah, I keep forgetting the walls are climbable. The other thing is, I would probably adjust the death delay. So where it's not the normal, the 2 seconds. Let's... I keep wanting to, like, hit these. But hitting is not the answer. Although I wish it was the answer. Okay, this box does not want to cooperate. I would almost suggest having like almost a timer. Also, is there even a point in doing the snowballs? Because it looks like it's not tracking. It says I've only caught 3. I know I've caught more than 3. Let's see what happens if I do 2 at the same time. I imagine it's not going to track them correctly. So we can see the ice cream counter on the right side didn't even register 1. I think I broke it somehow. I'm unsure how I broke it though. So it's not even tracking them at all. Oh, you need a box and a ball? So that's not completely obvious. I suppose that's my own fault for just focusing on ice cream when the quest says ice cream counter. But I suppose we're like making ice cream is the goal, is the game, you know? These are just like my little detailed feedbacks. Like in terms of like a game, I think this is very fun. So it's not giving me credit. Alright, well, fun game. You guys should try it out. I think it's very well done. I like how they're doing the chat bubbles. I was doing something similar in my game. Still feel hot? Try again. Leave me alone. Xmas Deer. Steampunk. I like the movie posters. That's a nice addition. I think Lululand has a phenomenal like set design. I love their assets. Oh look, they've been updating it with SSK Wolf as the current leader. That's a great use of space, is having those designs. The fireworks with the instant keyframe makes them zoom back into the ground. It's a little bit disorienting if you look at it. This kid is hypnotized by a steampunk snowman. Yeah, the quest description wasn't very clear. What happens if I hit the button? So how do you get the victory screen? So you get victory by saying more ice cream. So, yeah, a couple of nuances. You know, things I would do different. I think, and thank you, Nick Skull, for the heads up. Oh, let me turn off Nightbot's message there. So Garnican had asked us to play his game. Gems Craft Chasing Shadows. I'll see if I can find it. We'll use the Game Dizzy Genie. Skadoosh. Right now I'm using the genie to look for Garnican's game. So we'll try Gemscraft. Oh, chasing. Maybe Arthur Garnican? Excuse me. Well, as much as I want to dig for it. Oh, it's not your game? Just one I know? But it's not a Sandbox game. Oh, I see. I gotcha. Good suggestion then, Garnican. Let me, maybe give it a Google search. Heyo. What up, Sparky? Welcome in. So, what was it called? Gemscraft Chasing Shadows. So, is this your, current favorite? Just want to make sure I'm not showing anything I shouldn't. So it's like a tower defense game, right? Epic, challenging tower defense game with an emphasis on strategy and replayability. Harness unique abilities and survive an endless horde. Neat. I had a great weekend, Sparky. Thank you. I actually got enough rest this weekend, which is I can't say I do all the time. What up, GDR and Iraq? Welcome in, dude.
Really, on a scale of 1 to 10, you are an 11.
And how about yourself, Sparky? So we are going to play, starting from the Goblins Invasion game. We're going to play a couple tower defense games, then we'll probably wrap up with some game dev journeys of our own. I actually started on a tower defense game that I fully intended to participate in this tower defense jam. However, I decided I needed a break. And so I actually spent a lot more time recently, let's just say, working on D&D stuff. And some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Roxy Miguel, what's up, dude? Roxy, is your tower game jam published yet? I would love to play it. I know you were working on the timing, and I was very impressed with all of your streams, Roxy. Glad to hear it, Sparky. If you guys didn't know, Roxy Miguel here in chat actually does stream his game development process. And it's very encouraging to watch. Game Maker just crashed for me. Yeah, me personally, I'll be working on Dungeons and Dragons related things throughout the week. I do want to hop into Vox Edit more often. It's just something I've been enjoying, so we'll likely be doing that throughout the week. I agree with that, Garnican. Just having different hobbies so you don't get burnt out on one of your hobbies, you know? Is anybody here trying a new hobby? Soul Cancer. I have not seen Soul Cancer in a long time, 9A7A. We're trying to play this tower defense game. Hopefully it doesn't crash on us. And thank you again, everybody, for joining us today. Yo, Nervex! Let's go. Godot Game Engine. Excellent. So Godot is like the new... I wouldn't say beginners, but rather most approachable game jam or game development like engine. Like obviously Sandbox has got my vote, but not a lot of people know about Sandbox. Godot is like the new RenPy, if anybody's familiar with RenPy. It's kind of a much easier way to ease yourself into game development, I would say. And that's a great thing. That's a very good thing. So good luck with that, Nervex. Oh, 9A7A, are you also using Godot? I miss Sage too. Yeah, Sparky, me too. Sometimes, you know, people are in the background. So, you know, if we're saying your name, just know you're missed. Everyone who hasn't been active in the space doesn't mean they're gone. Doesn't mean they're gone forever. Hope not. Not published yet? Alright, Roxy. No worries, my friend. So we're trying this one out. Tower Defense Game Jam. You have a mission to defend the castle from 5 waves of goblins attacks. Now go talk to King. Yes. So this is personal opinion here. But do try to maybe even outsource your grammar. If English is not your first language, it will improve the experience, I think. I'm afraid. Did you know that you are the hero? Yes, of course I am a hero. Then you could defend the castle from the goblin. Yes, my king. Yes, you could use the cannon and dynamite in the castle. You can attack the goblin as you like. I know that. I would never say that to my king. I know that, king. Use the cannon machine. Cannon toggle. Man, we set our castle up outside of this Skull Mountain. That was a very good idea. So I can stop the cannon, right? And overall, the buttons... I mean, I wouldn't necessarily put buttons for a fantasy game. That's my preference, I suppose. How do I get that coin down there? Oh, it says I have to go collect it. Another thing is the music. I would love more intense music. Looks like I can do multiples at the same time. So I can basically spam low, medium, and high all at the same time. It does appear to be helping. I might crash the game, however. That's a risk I am willing to take. That's a lot of coins. I guess I should go kill him, or pick him up. My next question is, can I fight the goblins, you know, down here on the ground? Also, this boulder ended up in the water. Cool. Majora's Mask vibes a little bit. Yeah, I see it. Spent the week resting. That's great, Roxy. But in the end, found a way. Need 15% and have to put in that story. Good luck with you. I know the one-eyed wolf is going to do justice. One-eyed wolf's a good guy, right? He sounds like a good guy. They say it's for Go Uxel. Yo, what happens if I hop in the cannon? Can I get shot?
Okay.
Oh, okay. What up, Frederick? Good luck on the work. We need like a word that mixes lurk and work. It could be work with like a U. So it's work. Or will lurk. Lou work. Yeah, unfortunately this music's not doing it for me. Audio is important. I need like battle music. Is there copyright-free battle music? My king, I'm just taking a quick breather. Now we're talking. I'm gonna use the TNT. Wait. How does it work? Huh? I don't know my own strength. Wait, am I dying? It's actually damaging me. Luckily we have this force field. Wait, that hurts me? Well, now we know what happens if they get too close. They perma-die. And I get the credit anyway. But now I can't take any more damage. What is this? Spikes. The Electronics, what's up, dude? Welcome in. We're playing epic battle music now. $97.8, can Godot use other file types? I've been experimenting with GLB files. There's a couple of converters online that I've been testing. I'll just be honest, the converters aren't being consistent. But if that's something you want to look into, I'll share them. But I've been exporting from Unity. And so from Unity, I'm exporting as FBXs to bring them into D&D as GLTFs. So I convert them using Blender. That's been consistent. The online converters aren't doing so well, though. Epic battle music. Just want to fire away at these orcs right there. Now we're talking. No, I fell! Get them both, all at the same time. Low, medium, low, medium. Low, medium, low, medium. Wait, it's not shooting them. I gotta take matters in my own hands. Oh no, things are looking grim for our kingdom. What do I do? What do I do? Go TNT! Oh, I died. There's healing? I don't know, I didn't see healing. So this is an interesting tower defense game. I'm not gonna lie. However, it feels outside of my control, but maybe that's just because I'm not good at it. Okay, I hit the wrong button. Yep, definitely not good at it. Of course, my hero. Of course, my king. So the TNT didn't really work that well. But the cannon works great. Doesn't look to be exploding. There it goes. I kind of want to just run down there and chop them up. I didn't see any healing, though. It's a good question, Roxy. Okay. So we cleared out wave 1, now we go collect the coins. So it gives us time in between the waves to collect coins, which is, you know, a nice break from the action. I do wish there was more of a story being told here. I think that would help. As in, like, oh, now the warrior orcs from Sauron have entered the field. Prepare yourself, adventurer. Because right now it's just relying on the quest mechanics of like, hey, wave 2, it's here, wave 2's coming. I do wish there was a fence right here to prevent me from falling. That'd be nice. Because I've probably fallen off a couple times. The reason why I'm going back and forth is you can see the cannon itself actually shoots faster that way. And that's because I'm leaving the interaction range. So if I was to just spam this, we can see the cannonball actually doesn't fire. But if I walk back and forth, it should be a little bit more consistent. This is just me hypothesizing, though. Heyo, what up, Woke Zombie? There's healing behind me? I didn't see it. I gotta hit this orcish horde in the front here. A little bit difficult, I will say, because it's not very consistent. So sometimes my cannonball is actually being destroyed. We can even see it, like, appearing. Yeah, this game is actually kind of difficult, not gonna lie. I like how they did the Horde crest there. Which doesn't make sense because we're fighting the Horde, so why is the World of Warcraft Horde crest right there? Also, that's kind of copyrighted, so you can't really be using that symbol. The king said he had a meeting, so he's not going to help me. One thing you can do with these, like, fences, is you can totally have them detect the player and rotate, which would help in terms of setting them up. Oh, a healing pot. Nice. And we get a helmet. Cool, cool, cool. I wish I could rotate the cannon as well, but I think that would actually add too much to the difficulty here. There's no way I'm gonna beat this game. Game's tough. You guys should give it a try. This will probably be my last attempt with it. And so I can't, like, spam the button, or else it just gets stuck, which is a little bit frustrating. On guard! Fight me, you coward! Don't you dare touch my base! Ow! Fight me! Man, they do not take much damage, and I died. So, interesting concept. Very difficult. The cannon was just inconsistent. If I was spamming the button, things would actually get stuck. There wasn't any help outside of, like, the tower characters shooting bows. But Wave 2 itself, like, I was stuck. Like, I couldn't progress past Wave 2. So maybe I'm just bad. But overall, like, even if I am bad, you kind of want to give the bad players, such as myself, a little bit of a help. A little bit of assistance. Assistance. So let's try a different game. Healing Gang Gang? That's true. That's cheating though, Woke Zombie. I like to use what they provide. Castle Defense Heroes, let's try this one. But yeah, overall, interesting concept. I feel like they could have aided the player a little bit more, especially on the first couple waves. So my first impression as this game is kind of low effort. Also, that wolf is a default wolf. And if you guys didn't know, the default wolf, if you don't adjust any of the settings, is invincible. So that's fun. So gross. Cherries Jubilee Coffee. That sounds interesting, Sparky. I would try it, but... No, it's not cheating, Sparky. But if they provided for me equipment, I want to at least play the game with their intended difficulty level. So basically, by equipping armor or weapons, I'm making the game easier for myself. So in terms of like game dev, like I want to use what they provide. If I was trying to go for a high score or like something in terms of like a parkour course or whatever race, you know, I would probably use equipment. So this is supposed to be a tower defense. I think they missed the memo as to what is intended by a tower defense game. But still, like, this appears to be, like, a first time, maybe, game jam entry. And so it was a good, I guess, use of exploring the game maker to create this tower landscape. I do wish there was more depth to the game, but of course that's just me asking for too much from likely a beginner. I'm not going to assume, you know, this is a studio or anything. So we're not getting quest credit for some of these enemies as well. Then we have a little parkour and a track set up. Vicarious, what's up, dude? Welcome in. So definitely a nice build, I would say. Like they worked really well on the landscape, the environment, the parkour aspect. Looks like these villagers are hostile. Why villagers? I didn't do anything. Okay, well this is awkward. So, yeah. Cool. Yeah, Woke Zombie. I think a lot of my games especially are going to be broken, which will not be fun. So I'm not looking forward to that. But then also prefabs are going to make our lives so much easier. Like it's crazy to me because I know Cyber Dragon, Touche, Codazine, all three of them had worked with prefabs in the past, and I constantly hear them say like, "Oh man, prefabs make this so much easier." And so it's like we've been like running without training wheels by not having prefabs. So I think, you know, it gave us a better understanding of certain mechanics, but at the same time, prefabs should have always been there. And so it's a little bit clunky when we don't have access to this essential tool for game development. But we also made the best of it, you know? Monsters started attacking the Four Seasons village. Help! Okay. Yeah, parenting would be murder. Especially if we got the parenting bug. Because when I was working with my team for the Gamesho Jam, we got parenting bugs pretty often. Like every time somebody else would log in, it would cause this bug that unparented like all of the things we were working on. Wolves are invincible. Just 2 days ago, monsters often attack the village. The village needs a hero. I am the hope. Destroy the soul of every village. Are you ready to defend the town hall in every village? You can count on me. So it's a 4-sized land. And so each land has its own village. So this is spring. Desert. But it's saying I have to kill stuff, so let's suit up. I'm the king of the castle. I'm the king of the castle. Yeah, Vox Machina Season 3 is going to have 10 weeks. 90 plus games is what they're advertising it as. So that's going to be amazing. So apparently this is another one of those tower defense games that isn't a tower defense game. That's a lot of trees. Can I get on top of those trees? So I think when it comes to mechanics, not a lot of people are like trying them. I think people are going for the basic mechanics, you know, like the quests, defeating enemies. Not a lot of people are testing the tower defense aspect. Honestly, I think that's, you know, partly my fault too, because I'm not putting out enough educational content. Like in my streams, for example, if you guys come to my streams, you know, you'll likely ask questions, you'll learn something, or at least I'll help, you know, to create a educational environment. But if you're not, you know, on Twitch, if you're not attending live streams at a specific time of day, how can you learn? Like, how can you figure out these mechanics? Cyberdragon made some great tutorials. But like, how do we put that knowledge in the hands of the people, you know? So that's something I want to attempt to do more, is just be more of a resource for people. I'm pretty bad at, like, making consistent content myself. Guess you had a lot of elements to reparent. A lot, Garnican. It was mainly certain mechanics. So Garnican, if you played the Game Jam that my team worked on, The Office, we had a forklift. So that forklift would break, and then it would break all of the boxes around the forklift. We also had a lot of set design. I used parenting to move it easier. So if you think about the boxes in that warehouse, all of them were parented to one object so I could move them easier. Karatraz says, what's your suggestion to avoid people attacking directly the enemy's invisible walls? That is a great suggestion, Karatraz. The last game that we were playing just now with the goblins, I don't think we should have been able to jump down and like run up and picked up those coins and stuff. Instead, that would have been a great use of the invisible walls, as you said. It's like you're safe up on your castle, and that would be how I would approach a tower defense game, where you can't directly interact with the enemies. You have to set up these kind of turrets or sentries. SSK Wolf, what's up, dude? Welcome in, SSK. Educational content in Spanish. Yes, Roxy, I would love to see it. And yeah, Roxy, Season 3 is coming out. We're going to be busy. Season 3 is going to be great. So I think a lot more people are going to have questions about the Sandbox, but it's not going to be about game development, so to say. It'll likely be more about, like, how can I earn money? That seems to be the bulk of the conversations with new folks. Is like, how do I make money? Where do I get my first paycheck? Save work already, Vox? We're just getting started. So is this a maze? That would have been a nice touch. I think I can just get stuck in here, to be honest. What breaks the most for me are speakers with detect entity within a hierarchy. Ooh, interesting, Roxy. I'll keep an eye out for that. Without the refab option, you have every single enemy on the map. If you want them animated, the game is either not going to be optimized or not very long. I think that's a very good point, Woke Zombie. One thing I was playing with, and we might even explore this a little bit in the last half of the stream, is spawning an enemy and then having them respawn elsewhere. So, using the health component, you can respawn them to a tag. So that tag will be, let's just say, warrior respawn. Then you kill the warrior respawn tag and respawn that elsewhere, so that the next time warrior dies, he's respawning at X location rather than the original location for your game. And so that way you can customize the enemy a little bit better. Because yes, as you know, Woke Zombie, without prefabs, we can't really do anything. Like, it's just normal attack and attack slash. Play Season 3. Yes, please, Vox Machina. So, Karatros says, I'm worried that the invisible walls will block the towers from attacking. We're having problems with that. The towers don't attack. I see. So, invisible walls are preventing them from attacking. Ooh, those hurt. Invisible walls are preventing the attacking. So the towers aren't attacking your enemies. So my first solution to that, I guess, concept would be the towers are using an animation. And so the animation is directed. So detect entity, directed. So it's pointing and shooting. But the damage comes from a message broadcaster somewhere on your map. And so the message broadcaster might be like on the path. So when they're getting close to the tower, they're taking damage. And the tower is just, sending the animation. The tower doesn't really do anything. That would be my first solution, I guess, to the vague problem you're presenting. I'm gonna die. Do I even need to go up here? Wow, I got one shot. And game over. So, another one of those games where it's like the game developer didn't understand what a tower defense type of game is. I mean, this does technically fall into the category of like defending a tower, but it's not like the gameplay that you're looking for. But yeah, I'm happy to like brainstorm, spitball these things with you. And yeah, Karatros is another established creator in the space. And Frederick has been using Cyber Dragon. He uses Predators for the tower. That sounds interesting. Gonna test it today? Yeah, good luck, Frederick. If you're gonna be streaming it, we would love to watch and, explore it with you. So if you guys didn't know Frederick here, he often streams the Sandbox and his process. So go check him out. I'll probably play another quick one. And I'm just trying to understand how people approach the tower defense stuff. I think it's very interesting. So this one I was actually very excited to play. It's called Omniscient. And it's made by our friend Life Made Me. So Life Made Me is very active in the Discord. If you guys ever pop into the Game Jam or the Game Maker chats, Life Made Me is there. So this one should be top tier. What if our actions are not our own? The story of how a regular apple farmer became a hero. Alright, let's see if there's music. It looks like we got the general ambiance. Let's see what happens. Pick some apples. Okay. Interesting. So we're taking our apples to the market. And so the way they've set this game up is interesting. So it's kind of like we're cinematically exploring. The camera isn't locked. That's one thing I would probably prefer with this type of cinematic storytelling. Okay, this is interesting. And so, game over, in my opinion, probably wasn't necessary there. Because now I have to replay this part. So it appears as though there's lava, but I don't really understand why there's lava. Okay. I mean, awesome mechanics going on here. I'm just gonna play my music. Not much going on there. What do you think? I want to make a small DLC of the game. I don't know whether to add it to the main game or make another entry. Roxy, I mean, I personally would make DLC in the same game. Okay, so my character is now saving the princess. But I don't understand how I'm supposed to move. Okay. Looks like he just moves back and forth. This might have been where the move was supposed to be, right there. So it appears as though I just have to wait for them to get close enough, and then I just spam this to attack them. So this is using message broadcasters. There's some like added difficulty to this that doesn't seem necessary, such as the fight number pad moving. But it also makes me more on my toes, I suppose. Overall, I think this is a great use of exploring mechanics. I think Life made a very unique experience here. I would say the number pads are a little bit distracting from the fantasy element. I probably would not use number pads, or I would try to hide them. Maybe use like a crystal ball or apples because you're an apple farmer. Our character also is kind of sliding on the ground, so that can be avoided by using certain behaviors and then adding the moving to a anchor or a secondary like parent or child. I like how Panda is the princess here. I do wish she had maybe like a door behavior so she could cycle between different animations. Like for example, when you destroyed a Viking, she might cheer. Because right now she's just kind of running in place, which is also a little bit distracting. Also, that was our victory, was just saving the princess. And unfortunately, we didn't really get much of a storytelling aspect. Still a great use of mechanics. Also, Not sure why this is occurring, but 5 out of 4 quests completed. Go me, I suppose. Haha, go me. Alright, we're gonna open up Steam, play a little bit of Marbles, huh? Nice little break halfway through the stream. Bonus quest, let's go. Hey, Julie Sancho, welcome in, Julie. Julie, did you and or your team make something for the Tower Game Jam? But welcome in, Julie, didn't see you there. Ends the 14th, yeah, you guys could keep going for the Tower Jam. That's true, it's not over. I should definitely keep that in mind. So what Life Made Me has probably been continually worked on. Gonna go swim. Roxy, have a great swim, my friend. See you later. Yeah, OG Shakespeare is a phenomenal creator in the space. I know, Woke Zombie. You might be into it. Still working on the tower defense game. Good luck, Julie. If you ever want us here in chat to help test it, we are happy to do so. As everyone pointed out, we still have about a week. So if you got a week to go, if you need a tester, let us know. I personally will not be participating. So I'm happy to give feedback, tell you what I think. Whether or not that's worth anything is up to you. Alright, exclamation point play if you want in. Swim! Wait, no, it's play. Vox Machina, you might want to try that one more time. Paul! Life Made Me, we just played your game just now. What's up, Paul? Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We're gonna play maybe 1 or 2 marbles. And then we're gonna hop back into the Game Maker. We might explore, some tower defense, like mechanics. So I might get that prepped right now. Doing good. Glad to hear it, Paul. Are you, do you have any plans with your tower defense game? We just played through it with that was the Apple Farmer, right? Like, that was you. Start. Alright, let's play some hype music. And they're off. Alright, Tom's leading the pack here. Never mind, it looks like it's Julie's time to shine. But yeah, Paul, if you weren't here when we were playing through it, gave my feedback live. But if there's anything we can help, and I know you're well established in the space and know your way around Game Maker, but if there's like something we can help troubleshoot with, just let us know. Here comes Julie. Through a portal? Yeet. Wait. That's a victory for Julie Sancho! Congratulations! GG! My camera zooms in because it's trying to track my face. Congratulations, Julie. I'll write your name down here. I'll send you a creator coin. Wait, who hasn't finished yet? GDR Anorak. Taking the scenic route. There he goes. Alright, let's go again. Let's go again. Ooh. I tried to pick ones without a long timer on them. Let's try this one. 2 minutes. This will be our last race of the day. Alright, good luck everybody. Exclamation point play if you want in. And yeah, Paul, Life Made Me. I think you have a fantastic start to something very unique. And so if you're approaching a tower defense game with such a unique perspective, my first thought is, you know, like how the story incorporates like apples. So it's like an apple farmer. Perhaps he uses apples as like his weapon. So he like perhaps knocks the bandits off of that ladder using apples. Or maybe like he wins the princess's heart using apples. So just like doubling down on the themes you've already kind of set up. And of course, using this box trapped inside of a space, I would try to hide some of those things a little bit more, so it's not so distracting from the almost cinematic gameplay you have going on in the background. And yeah, I hope you get Joe and Alex to try it, because they'll have some great feedback as well. But yeah, OG Shakespeare and Woke Zombie, if you guys team up, best of luck. Look forward to seeing what you guys create together. Alright. You guys are now here. Let's race. Good luck, everybody. You're now here. Let's race. 3, 2, 1. Here they go. Hopefully you see your name. As they fall down to the bottom, we have Carachos leading the pack, followed by Tom, Vox Machina, and Noble. Oh, here comes Nick Skull. What is that? Like a giant light bulb. Looks like there's shapes hidden in the water here, but that doesn't deter Nick Skull. Got quite the sizable lead now. I don't think anybody's gonna catch you anytime soon, Nick Skull. Oh, it looks like those are a speed boost if anybody falls through that. All someone needs to do is hit those green pipes in order to get a shot at first place here. Nope, Tom missed it. Carachos might be getting it. Carachos getting slapped around there, but he might get that boost. Looks like everybody's catching up now. Nick Skull losing his lead. I think this is the victory. Oh, there's a little bit of a jump. Let's see it, Nick Skull. Do a flip! Nice! GG, Nick Skull! It is Nick Skull! So congratulations, Nick Skull. Second place OG, third place Nervix, fourth Vox Machina. We will have a monthly leaderboard.
Oh no! We suck again!
We suck again! So each one of you are getting a creator coin. Thanks for playing. That was our last one for the day. We're gonna get back into the game maker thing. That thing we enjoy so much. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Okay. Let's check out that leaderboard. So currently leading is Philip Light, followed by Noble RK and Nick Skull. Still plenty of time to catch up. Thank you everybody for racing. Thanks for playing. Let's go ahead and hop back into the Game Maker. So, where we last left off this past week was I had set up... Uh-oh. So you're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah!
So we want to trigger defeat. Just in case the game crashes. So we're going to do on interact. With this sign, we'll get defeat. Because we can see I'm getting an error. Because the experience hasn't loaded yet. But if I click the play button, not a problem. So what we set up was when we defeat this creature, he spawns right there. But then, when we defeat him a second time, he'll spawn elsewhere. And so now it should loop correctly. Every time he dies, it's basically destroying his previous tag, allowing him to spawn in this location. And so how this could be beneficial is we can customize the behaviors. As we noticed, presets would, allow me to go about this without circumventing this health respawn. So this allows me to customize the character a little bit more. So we saw I now have a 1 HP enemy. So with a asset spawner, you don't get the 1 HP, you get the default HP. So that's probably the best example. Another example would be I could turn off and on the behavior, so I could prevent him from attacking me. So on and so forth. And so you all just saw there, I couldn't leave play mode, so I had to talk to that sign in order to get the game over screen. So what are we going to do the rest of our time today? I want to explore some tower defense mechanics. So some of you are going to be working on them, so I want to potentially kind of like work one out. So let us use this space over here. My cat thinks I'm talking to myself. Be comfortable. Oh! Ow. My cat's worried about me. If you guys didn't know, her name's Tipsy. Or Tipper. When I adopted her, her name was Tipper. But I just call her Tipsy. That's just her nickname, you know. Anyway. We're going to set up kind of like a throne, I suppose. Just a way, or like an intentional barrier where the player can't pass. And we'll use some grass blocks. I think we want green. Oh, it's so annoying. I think I have to restart Game Maker to remove that. I'll just do it real quick. Also, my keyboard, like the control key, has been not working. Which is fun. But if anybody has questions, just know I am happy to answer. I'm happy to go on tangents and side quests, if you will, to troubleshoot any Game Maker problems you have. I enjoy the puzzle aspect of these things. So Game Maker is just a little bit slow this morning, but that's okay. Try it again. Great. So now we got like our place on high. So what I'll be doing is setting up monsters that are approaching left to right here. And so we don't want them to reach the house. So our house is going to have a health component. We'll say 50 health. And when it destroys, we'll get game over. Which we can use defeat as the message. And so our sign here, which we set up before exiting previously, if we interact with it, we'll get defeat. But we'll also set up a second one that is waiting for that defeat message. And it needs to have a tag so that our house, when it is destroyed, it will send out that message to our defeat sign. The defeat. So basically it'll destroy itself when we get defeat, and it will send the defeat message if it gets destroyed. So let's just test that out real quick. So if I were to hit it, destroying it, we'll get game over. Melee enemy is no longer working for you once you respawn it by killing it. It no longer attacks. Let's take a look at that real quick. See if we can find that same bug. So let's open up one of my reptiles here. So these guys are pretty decent price in the marketplace. I'm going to be using them in my game Runeblade. Some of you might be familiar with that one. I made that back in January, so I'll be revisiting it probably over the next year or so. That's not my main or biggest concern. So the idea is, once this guy respawns, so let's go ahead and make a respawn point. I'll just use a sign for now. This will be reptile.respawn. Copy that tag. Put it into his health component. So respawn to tag, reptile.respawn. And so the idea is that when we kill him, he's not attacking us. So it looks like he still will attack us. This needs no collisions, so he can run at us. The respawns, he's still attacking me. So I'm curious what your settings are behind the scenes, Julie. A big potential here is the asset spawner. So if you're using an asset spawner, I think that might break things. My first troubleshooting for you, Julie, would be to delete that character. So in this case, our melee enemy. And then just re-add him. I've had to do that a couple times, and that was the solution. Where the asset itself was bugged for whatever reason. It just wasn't communicating properly. And so just resetting that up. If you do have a toggle behavior on it, I would be careful. Sometimes toggle behaviors don't really work well when an asset respawns. But do let me know, Julie, if there's anything I can do to help. If you have more questions. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a very, very simple kind of idle clicker type mechanic. So how are we going to do that? Well, let us try and find a weapon real quick. So a way that we can injure these enemies without actually jumping down there and attacking them. So let's just say we have archers. So I think there's the Oracle's Bowman. So our Oracle's Bowman might send out an arrow only when we tell him to fire. So basically, this will be... Ooh, I have ideas, but I'm going to keep it simple. So he'll be one of our solutions, one of our ways to injure. I don't think there's really any, like, weaponized, like, traps. I don't know what I'm really looking for here. I think for now we'll just work on these bowmen. So what will happen is our reptile here is going to be walking from point A to point B. So we want him to only fight the house. So his only objective is to go and attack the house. The house is this. So we'll go ahead and tag it house. I'm going to do lowercase. I don't want to have any capitalization. So lowercase house. Motion speed, we'll do 1. So he'll be very slow. But we can see he already has this green radius here. What we might have to do is kind of incentivize him to go closer. So we'll see if he, runs up to the house. We'll adjust his chasing zone. Sadly, we can't edit some of these options at the moment. So, as we can see, he's actually too far from our house at the moment. So how close does he actually need to be? So right now he notices the house. So let's put him right next to it. So he's still not actively attacking the house. What happens if I put the avatar back in? So now he's actively attacking me. However, as slow as he is, I want him to notice the house first. Where is he even going? Not really sure about his behavior right now. Let's instead tag this house with avatar and see what happens. So instead of attacking a house, he'll be attacking anything with the avatar. So now he's actively attacking our house. He does notice me, and so again, that's because I'm too close. So if I were to put my platform back up here, we can watch him attack our house. Another thing is he does deal a little bit too much damage. We can adjust that. So we want him to do 1 point of damage. And we want to find where that kind of like point is where he needs assistance, like locating the house. So right now he doesn't notice the house. The house doesn't exist. So a lot of the nuances here is we want to kind of lead this character to this house. So I'm going to be exploring kind of mechanics and approaches here. It could be the collision, very, very likely. So we're going to put an indicator on this so we can see it better. If you didn't know, your indicator component will allow a health box. So if you have a health component, you can often see how much health they have remaining. If you add an indicator component, you can adjust how far away that is. So we're going to do display over everything, display arrow. And the display name, we're going to be using the health component, so we don't want a display name. So I'm going to keep that one empty. But instead, we're going to have house. So now we can see the health component a little bit easier. Also, we were exploring like money and the same health component aspect using a safe. So we can see here, I'm supposed to only have 1 coin. There it goes. So now I have 1 coin. So if I have 5 coins, I can buy a banana. And so it automatically resets once we buy 5. or something valued at 5. And that's where we left off with that money resource, which I like the idea of using health to track money or currency. Alright, so back to the task at hand. We want this character to be following an asset. So I'm basically going to be faking a destroyable character. So we have the avatar here that I'm placing on this number pad. The number pad will be moving the opposite direction. So let's see if this works. We want this character here, this reptile, to be following this number pad, basically like running, attacking it. And so that number pad is basically like the carrot on a stick, in a way. And so once he gets to a certain point, this number pad, I'll destroy it. And then he'll be like, huh, where'd he go? Oh, look, there's a house. Attack that number pad. Exactly. So this number pad, I'm also going to give it a tag called NP. And then I'm going to set up a message broadcaster here that will send a kill message. Halfd0rk, what's up, dude? Welcome in. And so he will specifically kill any number pad, so not the avatar, because we did attach avatar to that number pad, which frankly gave the melee enemy more of a reason to attack it. So we could adjust things, and we'll test it. We'll try these things. But we want a kill message to go out when the number pad gets close enough. So we'll go ahead and reduce the broadcast range here. And so our number pad will enter into this range, and it should die once it reaches there. We'll also hide the number pad, and this time I'm actually going to remove the avatar tag for testing. I can't remove it. That's interesting. Well then. Hello, bugs. So I'm just going to remake it. This time I'm pointing it in the opposite direction. But the idea is it needs to have a health component. And it has this kill switch. Lastly, I want to hide the life bar. And of course hide the asset. So if he does in fact smack it, we won't actually see the smack. And then lastly, I wanted to test to see if he'll be aggressive towards a number pad. So it looks like he's still aggressive towards the number pad. And Julie did the same. Yeah, sometimes these things just happen. Bugs. So he's not going to attack the house because the house doesn't have the correct tag on it. But now he's running back to his starting point, which is interesting. So there is like a chasing zone, which we set up earlier. Cool. Okay, so I want him to attack the avatar, which we already tagged on our house here. So we can see he's chasing. And so what's going to happen when he reaches the yellow is he should be like, oh, where'd the number pad go? Hey, at least there's a house here that I can attack. Welcome in, Halfd0rk. What's up with you? Alright, cool. So he made it to the house. Now he's attacking it, doing 1 point of damage each time. So with our tower defense game, we are going to set up a simple attack type of character. So we'll start with the bowman. The bowman just makes sense. So we're going to have 3 locations where we can attack or set up our tower. So I'm actually going to just remove this block because we're not using this space. Yeah, this is fine for now. My brain's like, I don't like this part, so I'll just remove it. Cool, so we got 3 spots where we can set up things. I'll go ahead and add some stairs. Okay, so our bowman, he's going to be a pickable object. So the pickable object, and this is where it's going to get a little bit complicated because I want to create this a certain way. So I hope you can follow along, and if I make mistakes, I'll definitely try to A, point them out, and then B, kind of walk through the correct solution once we get to that point. So what's going to happen is our character here has a plant behavior, because we don't want him to explode with a health component. So this character is going to have a plant behavior. So we'll have kill.bowman. We want to give him a pickable. And he's going to say something stupid. He'll say, who you want me kill? And then he'll also say, we'll do size equals 12, color equals yellow, place me on one of the color equals green, 3/color. Can I have colors within colors? I don't think so, actually. So I'm going to do /color here as well. And then color equals yellow again. Archer mats /color. And I'll even add italics because I'm extra. So we'll do I bracket. And what we'll do is we'll have carpets. We'll use 3 different colors. I don't like how they're all different shapes though. So I'll just use the orange ones. They're easier to notice. Lastly, I'm going to remove collisions from the carpets themselves. And then our green lamps will also have no collisions, but they're going to be specifically our Archer Logic 1. This will be our Archer Logic 2, no collisions. And Archer Logic 3, no collisions. Save our progress. So right now, we've already set up our reptile that goes left to right, and he ends at the house. One thing I'll adjust while I'm thinking about it is putting this just out of his reach, so he's still chasing it. And so now, we're going to be picking up this character, and when we bring him to one of these mats, so each of these mats will have a detect entity on them. So we'll do speaker, detect entity. And it's going to be detecting specifically our archer, so lowercase archer. And when he notices the lowercase archer, we'll have, for debugging purposes, archer.detected.2, archer.detected.2. And so now I'm just going to duplicate this lamp because we already set it up. This will be Archer Logic 1. So this will be archer dot detected dot 1. Duplicate it. This will be logic 3. And we'll have archer.detected.3. So that reminds me, if you guys didn't know, I will be streaming with Sandstorm today. We're going to be covering the basics of Game Maker, and if you have your game that you would like for me to kind of study, analyze, give feedback on stream, check out the Sandstorm meetup. So that's going to be 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so roughly 2.5 hours from now. I think it's the Sandstorm meetup. Is it the Sandstorm? There, that's them. Yeah, you'll catch me talking about the basics over yonder. All right, back to it. We're back. Turn the fan on. Okay, so when our archer is detected, the next thing is we're going to be spawning the archer, as well as killing him. So we're going to be setting up a message broadcaster that will send out the kill command, and that's specifically going to our archer. Kill will be within this yellow radius because it's one of these 3 locations. And we're waiting until the archer is detected from all 3 of these. From any of the 3, not all 3. So our archer, who is now going to be killed when we bring him to the carpets, we want there to be a spawned archer who doesn't do anything. He's just kind of chilling. So this is our bowman, I believe. So we want the bowman to be facing that direction. We'll see if I have to rotate the asset spawner itself. But it's waiting for that same message, archer.detected.2. He'll have collisions. We don't want him to have any tags or components. And for testing purposes, we're going to have this character respawn if we need him. So we had this delay that kills him. So we'll give him a respawn location. No, we're not going to give him a respawn location. We do need to give him the archer tag. And then, of course, he's using a kill message. So for now, we'll just test this. So right now, we pick him up. He says, "Who you want me to kill? Place me on one of the 3 archer mats." We bring him to the middle one. It'll spawn the archer. We do have to rotate this 182 degrees. And sadly, we are going to have to make him explode. So we can't use this plant behavior. Instead, we do have to give him a health component. Because as we saw, he was in my hands still once I brought him there. So we'll do a destroy with a negative delay. With a negative delay, it's instant. If there's a 0-second delay, he'll do the death animation. So we don't want that for this particular. We're going to hide his health bar. So we'll see what happens now. So he says, "Who do you want me to kill?" We bring him here. He spawns and is destroyed. Great. So now that's set up. I'll go ahead and delete these two mats. We'll label this mat. This will be Archer Spawn 2. We'll go ahead and move these. Be Archer Spawn 1. We'll adjust the asset spawner. And this will be 3. Lastly, we'll go ahead and set up a respawn so we can test them all. Down here, this will be our archer.respawn. So when he dies, he'll just respawn at that location. Perfect. So now we're going to start setting up the damage aspect. I'll go ahead and hide all these. And lastly, I can go ahead and remove that debugging message so we know it works. So oftentimes you'll see me add in the text display box the same text as the message that's being sent out. And that's just so I can make sure that the message is communicating properly behind the scenes. So now, what I had intended to do was add a long series of cave walls that will deal damage, and we'll just have them, there's going to be 3 of them. Each one will be representing the archer that stands there, and they're going to do a message broadcast. Message being sent will be damage 50. We want them to be invisible. And they're going to be doing specific tags to our reptile. And we want them to be on always. We do want there to be a delay. So this is actually something you have to add and then remove. It's a very interesting mechanic. So follow along. Right now we don't get the delay. The delay option doesn't show up. But to make it show up, you can do message required. You can set it to anything. And then that causes our delay to turn on. So now we can set this delay to be 1 second. So let's say our archer fires an arrow every 2 seconds. Why not? And then we can remove the message required and turn off the wait. And look, our delay remained. So weird bugs, but that's how I go about adjusting them. So by default, it's at 5. You can honestly remove this all the way to like 0, 0.1, anything like that. But yeah, we're doing specifically to any reptiles in range. So let's check this guy. We'll add that reptile tag. And lastly, stupid game maker hacks. Or tricks. Hacks. Dude, someday soon, I think people are going to be hacking the game side of Sandbox. It's pretty, I mean, code is not impermeable. It's not invulnerable. So somebody's going to figure out a way to hack all this stuff. I would not doubt it. Mark my words here, that Season 3, because of that cash pool for first place, I think we're going to see some hackers. Great. So initially, our damage wall here is going to be off, but we're going to turn it on when the correct archer is detected. So that's going to cause this square to deal damage within its space. We're also going to adjust the range here. I suppose we can just have it on the ground so we can see it. And so anytime the reptile's within this range, she'll take 50 points of damage. And we're going to go ahead and remove the collisions and hide the wall. And now we'll duplicate it twice more. And so he's dealing this damage only if we put the archer in the correct spot at the correct time, because it's toggling on and off. And so lastly, I want there to be kind of like a reset button, but let's just test this and make sure it works first. We've got our reptile now. I'm going to go ahead and put him right here. Nice. That even lined up with the animation pretty well. However, now we can see our reptile is not resuming his chase. So that's another thing we have to set up. Also, the pickable on this character we're going to offset by -0.5, so he doesn't hover in midair. Yeah, Nervex. Totally intentional, Nervex. First place in what, Electronics? It's for the all of the experiences. There's going to be a leaderboard in Season 3, Electronics. I'm sure you knew about this. And so whoever has the cumulative best scores, whether that be much more likely speed, so like the fastest to complete all of the quests cumulatively, so that means the average of all of their quests, the fastest, grants them first place and the cash pool of 30,000 sand. And so they even suggested on a recent live stream that the only equipment that currently works is power and health. So if you have equipment, find yourself power and health equipment. Alright, so our number pad here, whenever this character dies, we want him to send out a message. So we'll do instant death message. We want him to send a message. So reptile.chase.respawn. So I'm being very specific, so it's easier for me to understand if I revisit this. And so that means our number pad, when it dies, or when this reptile dies, it's respawning the number pad. So we'll do respawn to tag. So this will be reptile.numberpad.respawn. So this is a different message, or different tag, I should say. But the death message was that reptile.chase.respawn. And so when it receives that message, it's going to respawn. And then lastly, we want that respawn point. So this would be reptile.numberpad.respawn. Cool. Yeah, that looks good. What else? This guy I wanted to label Archer. Yeah, let's see what happens. So we can see Reptile. He's running. Take our Archer, spawn him. Shoots down the Reptile. Causes him to respawn. So the way that platform is working is it reversed and it went the opposite direction. So like the timed events, yeah, Electronics, almost every experience will likely have some sort of quest or timed event that will be added to the leaderboard. And so that's what they've been hinted at. 987A asks, have you noticed that melee enemies tend to attack a limited number of times and then stop doing anything? Found any way around that? I have not noticed that. Let me set one up. We'll set a couple up. All these guys will have melee enemy components. So they'll attack me. But I'll also make sure they do 0 damage. So I can just stand there. That's funny. Because they do 0 damage, they don't follow through with the attack. Power and defense. Yes, still electronics. So, and thank you, Paul. Power and defense, that's your yellow and red. So if you're looking to purchase assets to compete, you know, in these leaderboards, you'll want to explore power and defense assets. The ones I have are relatively cheap. So the cape, 50 sand. The arm, about 50 sand. This giant slayer, when I got it, was 21 sand. The aura, I think, was a little bit more expensive. I think the aura was close to 100. I do want to get a better offhand equipment. Oh wait, so I bought this one because I like the look of it. They're still attacking. Oh, the aura was the same price. Thank you, Tom. So the aura, this yellow, this white, which is 72 power, so that's the main reason I picked it up, was about 50 sand. Cape also 50 sand. It's an epic. It looks cool. It's got like a nice flow. But I can essentially like one tap a lot of bosses, I would say. So now our current problem is causing our reptile here, when he reaches this point, I wanted our number pad to be destroyed. So we're sending out that kill message to our number pad. Once it reaches the space. But in doing so, my number pad was actually respawning and then going the opposite direction, which was a little bit strange. So if we were to watch it in action again. We can see our reptile is chasing it. You got 99 power aura. Let's go to electronics. So right now my number pad's also not being destroyed. So we need to see why that's happening. So we have NP as the tag. And he's reaching this space and sending out the kill message to our number pad. So I don't think my number pad had a health component. No, it did. Oh, and we wanted the instant death message to be the same. So instead of sending the kill, we're going to do that reptile chase. Pay to win! True, Delectronics. I do think it'll give people an advantage. So we see it's respawning. And when it respawns, it's actually going the opposite direction. You guys like my posse here? These guys are just hanging out with me. So now it's stopped. And my reptile also didn't attack the house. Why didn't he attack the house? He has that avatar tag. I'm going to try the house tag. So funny enough, I can't remove avatar tags from assets. That's so weird. That's so weird. But yeah, we want him to attack the house. And with our number pad, he went the opposite direction when he respawned. So we're going to try some things. We're going to do 20, rotate it. And then I'm going to also increase the speed just so we can test things faster. So again, my number pad didn't respawn. That time it respawned and went the correct direction. So this is important to note. I'm unsure as to why it's not respawning immediately, but that's what we wanted. Now we're going to test a way to turn it off. Hi, Game Dizzy. Welcome in. Good morning to you as well. Yeah, ETH has kept going up too, Delectronics. Hopefully when the Alpha Season 3 starts, Sand will pump. Because that's when I intend to cash my winnings. Toggle? Yeah, so Julie, what I'm going to be testing here is that toggle behavior. When we respawn with a toggle, how will I cause that toggle interaction once more? So, what I'll have set up here is a health component with a detector on it. So this is going to be a multi-purpose asset. So it's going to have health, and it'll have a detector. So the first thing is, it's going to detect our number pad. We'll do number pad dot detected. We'll do number pad stop for now. And I'll keep that text on screen. We'll use the text display. And it's going to be sending out that message, number pad dot stop, when it's detected. So that way, when it respawns, it stops moving. That's what we want. However, we want it to turn on once we do the game. So once we start the game, we're going to be turning on our asset. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a new start detector. I've used these throughout my game, but basically a detect entity that starts the game. And so it's going to notice me when I step into that blue circle. I don't recommend having your asset spawner, the one that spawns the character. I do not recommend having that inside of this start game detection. That can actually cause some bugs. Karatros will tell you himself. Like sometimes the walls that are intended to be removed do not get that message when the character spawns too fast. And so often I will highly suggest that you use multiple start game messages that kind of send out that start game message when you step into it. And so usually the character has to go a certain direction. In this case, I have two set up, but we do need to make sure it's working first. So we'll do start that game. And so that's going to detect the player and then start the reptile attack. And so that's going to cause our number pad here to begin moving. So we can see our number pad is already being attacked, but when I start the game, it'll start moving after a brief delay. And so the thing we're looking at now is when the number pad is destroyed by reaching that yellow marker, he should respawn and then be told to stop. So that's the problem here, is he's respawning but he's not stopping. And so this is where toggle behaviors Oh, we didn't set up the off message. That would do it. That would do it. We'll also make it spawn a little bit behind. And so, yeah, lastly, maybe adjust the radius here. And we'll remove collisions. And then what else did I want to do? I wanted to have a reset timer based on the reptile chase. And we'll see if I need this, but I'm stopping and starting this number pad using this timer. So we'll do a 2-second timer where it will say start game as an example. And so that's going to be communicating with this specific number pad, telling it to continue. So we can see I had the stop, and then this one will start it. We got our start game. We'll see the number pad go from left to right. Oh, it's 10 o'clock, so I'll probably be wrapping up soon. I want to make sure this is working. So this is how I would approach like a tower defense game. It's kind of like that idle clicker. Great, so our toggle did work. However, our reptile here was currently attacking this again. But we can see my number pad has at least respawned and is going the correct direction. So the problem is he's not interested in the house. Why is my house not interesting to you? We'll adjust our chase range. We want to find that sweet spot. And then we also want to maybe speed him up a bit so he runs faster. Right now, the chase range is too small. So we do actually need to have that large chase radius. The problem right now is our number pad is being destroyed, and he's not noticing the house. So the house is the asset we're supposed to defend. So the house might actually be too far away. Instead, we might make a fake house or an asset that he'll attack that is right next to where the number pad's destroyed. Right now, he's just going and chasing that once more. So we're supposed to get the start game again from this asset. I see. Okay. I needed a tag for this, first of all. So this will be numberpad.health. We'll do numberpad np.hp. I gotta work on the real estate skills. True, 9A. There's bury or invisible something with good health where you want the enemy. That's exactly what I was thinking, Frederick. Good suggestion. Nervik says, do you think he's detecting you on top of the platform? So I think he wasn't detecting the house. So the house center is right here. And so like he's like, oh, I know where the number pad is, or I'll run back to my starting spot. But instead, we're going to have an asset that represents the house or the avatar. Good morning, Zumzi. What's up, dude? Welcome in. So basically, we're making a fake house. So this one will be house. And instead, it's going to have that health component. And because we gave it the avatar tag, our reptile should attack it. We'll go ahead and remove all this. And then give this indicator the house tag. And we'll see if this works. So in theory, he's going to reach that yellow marker. The number pad will respawn, but then because that sign is so close, he'll be like, ooh, the avatar's right here. Bah, 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 and attack it. And that's a negative. Show. Looks like he's not really noticing our sign. So let's see if he even wants to attack our sign. Right now, he's not really interested.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
It appears as though he's only interested in specific assets. So I'm going to set up avatar here. We're going to see if he attacks the sign with just the avatar. Or me. Attack me. So now he's attacking me after respawning. So something's a little bit wonky behind the scenes. Zumzy, are you sketched out by the free airdrop of sand? Hey, Eandrox, what's up, dude? Happy Monday. So I want it to attack the house. My sign, I'm going to give it the house tag. So there's something up with our character here. Because when I kill him, like he acknowledges our sign. He's a brick house. Zumzy was very likely from the People of Crypto event. So yeah, at this point, my tags aren't communicating properly. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We can see if anybody's currently live on Twitch. But I want to thank you all for watching. I think Dizzy usually goes live. Jellybean Man 511's on. So we're going to go raid him. Go check him out. that housing market 987. Yeah, it's so aggressive. So Jellybean Man is I think he ended his stream, so he's not currently live. So we're gonna be wrapping things up here. Thanks everybody for watching. If you would like to learn basics of Game Maker, we are going to be covering all of that in the Sandstorm meetup at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So bring any questions you have. I love answering questions, especially with Sandstorm. They really want to encourage educational content. I'm all about it. So if you have a game you would like us to play and analyze and talk about, it's a great place to do it. And if you just have general questions, Game Maker related, feel free to bring them to me then. Grievox! Have yourself a nice one. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Zumzy, you are always on time. I think there's a quote for that. I want to find that quote. You always arrive exactly when you're needed. See you later, Paul. Life made me. Thank you so much. Woke Zombie, Game Dizzy, Boxmaker Mark, Nick Skull, Delectronics, Keeper Top Shot, Garnican, Zumzy, Frederick, 9A7A, of course, Nervex, Julie. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Hope you all have a fantastic Monday. See you soon. Nick Skull knew it. Nick Skull knew the quote. Thank you, Nick Skull. I Code Warrior, thank you 2 times.
Is it Nick Skull? It is Nick Skull.
Nick Skull knew the quote. That's what I was thinking about. The wizard is never late. Alright, see you later, guys.